Hey guys, what's up? Chris James here, and welcome to the channel. This is a new series about business development in 2024, and I'm going to tell you guys how to grow your business. And if you're pretty much tired of your 9 to 5, this is a great series for you. So let's get into it. I just want to tell you guys about how to start a business, and this video is real basic. So um, I would recommend creating an LLC to limit your liability and starting a local business. And if you can get or use your house or just any, PO box and try to get on Google Maps, try to get a good website in your area and be able to market your product or service, start with locally. Um, you know, Nobody's probably said this, but your neighbors, your friends, and your peers are your first customers. Okay. Now, I'm talking about just go on a map. Okay, look on Google Maps, look at your area, and figure out something that is not common in your area, but also interesting to people. Okay. So it could be a high-paying skill, a talent that you have, or something that you're a hobby that is something that you're interested in selling. Start locally. Um, you know, don't always follow trends. Oh, create a Shopify product, create, an Amazon fulfiller business. Start small, start with your area, start with your community, and scale it. If you can sell something in your area, look at a map. Okay, I'm talking about a 5 mile radius, 5 kilometer radius. If you can start there, then you can scale it to other parts of the country, of the world, other cities. But you want to build a scalable product or service in your area and become the king of that niche. Okay. So you want your brand and your company to reflect that. When you make a company name, make sure that it is related to that niche for keyword purposes, branding purposes, marketing purposes. Make sure that that product or service is has a name that is related, and this is great for local SEO and local branding recognition. Okay, so make sure that your product or service reflects who you are. So one word about how great your service is, and then you know the type of service it is, right? So as an example, I would say, you know, Excel computer repair, right? Or let's say you sell plants, right? So you can say like new, flower shop or something that is not already taken, but very easy for people to understand what you do. And this is very important for local SEO. So start small, think big, and cover that niche. And I'm going to tell you guys something. This might disappoint you, but not every business that you start will be successful. I mean, 60% of businesses close within 5 years. So sometimes you should try more than one business at the same time. And a lot of people tell you to just focus on one thing, but that's not always safe. They say don't put all your eggs in one basket. Focus on multiple things and figure out which one starts to scale and grow. Amazon, Shopify, all these other platforms, they're really oversaturated unless you can find a niche. Okay. Every day thousands of people sign up, they list a product, they spend thousands of dollars and sometimes get no sales. Okay. So you want to start with your local area. Maybe you might not be in an area that has good economy, or maybe you're in a small town, maybe you're in a city that's oversaturated, but you can still find a niche and grow. So that's why it's best to try to find multiple interests. You can focus on one or two, maybe three, maybe 4 things, depending on your time and how much time you can put into it. It doesn't mean quit your job right away, but put 2 hours a day into something that has potential. Sometimes it could take even up to a year before you see, more than one sale a month or a week. But it's not always about how much you sell, but it's also about potential. It sometimes just takes a while. So you should research SEO and find somebody who can help you build a brand and a website and a company in your area that is specialized for that niche market. So small niche markets are great. Sometimes you can just focus on one country if your country is small, or if it's just like a very unique market, right? So, I'll give you an example. There's one guy I saw who's selling small miniature sets of weights to, emphasize their amount of weight that they're lifting. This is, something for bodybuilders. And they, if it's very unique, it'll get views. I'm definitely telling you to use not just SEO, not just local, but you can also use social media. Start organic. You don't have to pay for a bunch of ads if you don't know if it's going to scale. But once you find out your cost per acquiring a customer, you can kind of play around and just do a test of like $20, $50, and just see if it increases sales. Don't just throw a bunch of money on ads if you don't know that this is like a valid product that will sell. And that's my advice on growing a business. This could be, again, for a product or a service. Search the internet, find forums, communities, or even Reddit communities, whatever, that focus on your niche and try to build rapport in that particular community, and try to get recognized. And slowly, if your product is a good product for that niche or whatever, you will see some sales. And the moment that you do get your first online or local sale, it's going to be great. Sometimes, depending on the product or service, it's good to have a physical store or location, or at least be on Google Maps in your area, so that you can get local customers. And they also have flea markets or events, and just make sure it's not a super saturated market. For example, sometimes it's good to be in that particular area, but like, let's just say you set up shop in an area that's selling tons of clothes. It could work to your benefit, but it also could work in harming your company, because usually if there's a bunch of companies doing the same thing, you're going to have more competition, and it could hurt your brand if you haven't fully scaled your brand yet for that particular area. And let's just say you open a shop at a flea market, right? And you're selling shirts, and there's like 5 or 10 other people. It's just gonna really take away from your business. But if it's a unique product or service, then it definitely has more opportunity. But another thing is that some products and services are new, or it just hasn't hit a trend yet. So sometimes you're waiting for that trend to take off, or you have to just really reinvent that niche to brand and scale and market it so that people will buy it, because people might not even be interested in it, but they don't even know the potential of this product and or service that they may actually be interested in. So you have to make people interested. And one way is becoming an influencer or finding an influencer in that market. And overall, the best way is to find a low competition niche You can use Google keyword tools and find products and services. Just search on your hobbies, interests, things that you're passionate about, and see the competition. You can see the keywords, and if it's like, it tells you it's low, medium, high, um, you know, and then try to market it. And that's really important, is not to, go into a high competition market where, like you're just breaking even, or you're not getting any sales because there's like 5 other people way better than you in your area. And you just kind of got to be creative and try something new. So that's why a lot of people, buy a franchise, because it's already, known. They did all the marketing. There's years of other customers that have experience with this product or service. But the biggest tip that I can give you, the hottest tip right now, okay, is that if it's a low competition thing, look at your competitors, right? And there might not even be that many, but try to, brand yourself in their image. Like, don't copy them completely, but just look at how their website's laid out, right? Look at how their stores laid out, or how they're selling things, or how the pricing, right? I mean, you don't want to be like the super highest price when you haven't even tested the market yet. Unless your product is super unique, maybe it's handmade, or maybe it just, very expensive to make, or high quality. Yeah, those are good selling points, but you have to really put more effort into convincing people about that, and it's super hard to do that. So if you start with a product that is like low competition, medium competition, but then also the product is easy to market, because it just, it's harder to sell something that's really high priced than it is something that's low priced in many ways, especially if you're new and you haven't established branding, and people don't know about you, right? So that's my advice on marketing, guys. And if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, this is super scalable. If you follow this method, you'll definitely find 1 or 2, maybe 3 businesses that are super successful. And if you can scale it and you can focus on more things, you can just kind of repeat this method, and see that if it works, then you can, try to tap into other markets. But eventually, once you get your area, you want to create an autopilot service or product that people can just kind of buy online, and then you're going to kind of experiment and test and market other areas. So the fastest way to get another local business, to cover another location for that business, is to have another storefront in that area. And it could even be like a PO box, or you just kind of set up shop there, or partner with another company, if you trust them and stuff, and kind of grow and scale to that area as well. But you want to do a little research and just make sure that it's, something that has potential in that area. So that's it, guys. Thank you for watching, and there will be some more tips and videos on similar subjects. So I'm looking forward to your comments, and see you guys in the next video. Peace.